Oh, why are school laptops literally unusable? Like, the number of websites and apps they've blocked on that thing is insane. You'll be sitting in class and the teacher's like, okay, everybody, go watch this YouTube tutorial to solve this math problem. So you open your laptop, go on YouTube to search the problem, and instantly get hit with, this website has been blocked. Try again later. Bro, what the hell do you mean it's been blocked? How do you expect me to do the work if you blocked the website? It's like the laptop thinks I'm accessing world classified documents, but really, I'm just trying not to fail math. And the funniest part? They'll block every site on the face of the earth just for some random kid in your class to somehow download a pirated version of Fortnite and play it with 50 different viruses. Like, bro, the laptop can barely open Chrome. How did you get it to run Fortnite? And don't even get me started on how slow the computer is. You'll try to open a Google document, and you could literally age 50 years, grow a whole ass beard, retire, and have grandkids before it even loads. Like, it can barely open a Google document, but is out here running 40 different blockers at the same time. Like, bro, this isn't just a laptop. It's an ancient cursed artifact that exists solely to destroy my will to live, and my patience is completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, why do school assemblies feel like a literal fever dream? Like, the whole school has to sit on the cold, hard, disgusting gym floors for an entire hour straight. And you think it's just going to be the principal yapping about the same useless rules as always. But then, literally out of nowhere, a group of musicians comes barging into the gym hall and starts playing some random-ass instruments you've never seen before. You're just sitting there confused as hell while they're giving the performance of their lives for absolutely no reason. Your ears are literally bleeding. The trumpets sound like dying-ass rhinos, and the drummer looks like he's summoning a demon. Then, after what feels like an eternity, they finally stop. And the principal grabs the microphone, pauses dramatically, and says, "Don't be a bully. It's not okay." Bro, what does this have to do with bullying? You really tortured us with a live concert just to say that? Like, sir, do you really think the bullies in the audience are going to be like, wow, this is life-changing. I'll stop bullying people now. No, bro. They're going to walk out, shove somebody's ass in a locker, and steal their Doritos bag. Like, bro, this wasn't a school assembly. It was straight-up torture, and my soul is completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, why is it always the PE teachers built like a whole-ass refrigerator telling you to run faster? Like, you could be running your ass off in PE, your lungs are literally on fire, your legs feel like they're about to disconnect from your body, and you're pretty sure you're about to get sent to the gates of heaven. You're giving it everything you've got, but then you hear your teacher from the sidelines yelling, "Come on, guys, pick up the pace. You call that running?" Excuse me? What the hell do you mean pick up the pace? I'm literally dying over here, and you've just been standing in the same spot sipping coffee and eating a whole family-sized bag of Doritos. Like, bro, maybe if you ran as much as you ran your mouth, you wouldn't be resembling the size of a whole-ass vending machine. But you can't say anything, so you just have to keep running while he blasts the most cringe-ass music known to mankind. Like, bro, if you want me to run faster, at least give me a playlist that doesn't make me want to voluntarily break my ankle and sit out the rest of class. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, how does that one kid in class never get caught cheating? It makes zero sense. You're sitting there, your brain is lagging from studying all night, trying to remember the formula for a triangle. You are fighting for your life. Meanwhile, you glance over, and this one kid has their whole-ass iPad under the desk, blasting a step-by-step tutorial louder than a whole-ass volcano erupting. Like, bro's not even trying to hide it. And somehow the teacher says absolutely nothing. Like, I don't get it. The teacher is staring at him like they just discovered a new species, and just decides to ignore it anyway. Like, bro, are your eyelids glued shut or something? But when I try to cheat, I literally plan the whole thing out, write all the answers on my body, and my teacher somehow walks up to me and whispers, "You really thought I wouldn't notice the entire essay tattooed on your arm? You're disqualified. Now get out of my classroom." Huh, what the hell do you mean? This guy is literally hosting a Netflix premiere under his desk and you're not saying anything? At this point, I'm just gonna start live streaming all the answers to the class because y'all cannot be for real. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, how do people who get long prison sentences actually survive in prison? Like, if I was in court and the judge looks at me and tells me, "After reviewing all the evidence, I sentence you to 20 years in jail." I'm looking her dead in the eyes and telling her, "There's no need for that, miss. You guys can just uninstall me from Earth instead." Because what do you mean I have to sit in a room the size of a cardboard box and stare at a wall for 20 years straight? Like, brother, I'd rather sit in a microwave and get zapped out of my existence instead. And what if you get a cellmate who's an absolute lunatic and you just have to sit together for 20 years and act like you guys are best friends? Like, for all I know, he probably wants me gone too. And the absolute worst part is that there are no phones. Like, you are telling me I have to just stare at my prison cell wall and talk to the cockroaches under my bed instead of scrolling through my phone? Like, at that point, I'm not doing my jail time. I'm planning a whole tactical operation just to escape from that torture chamber. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, why are mobile players always so cracked at the game? Like, I hop on thinking, oh, they're on a phone. Easy win. So I start pushing them, confident as hell. But the second I engage, this man does a full 180, pulls off some weird-ass movement you've never seen in your entire life, and then folds you like a whole-ass lawn chair. Your soul literally leaves your body. You're just sitting there staring at the screen, genuinely debating whether you should uninstall the game or throw your entire PC out the window. Like, bro is literally cooking the hell out of me with a broken iPhone 6 and literal Cheeto dust on his fingers, all while his mom is screaming at him to take out the trash. And the worst part? He's probably lying in bed, one leg up on the wall and eating chips. Meanwhile, you're sitting there sweating your ass off and slamming your keyboard. And it doesn't even make sense how they can beat me. Like, they're lagging so bad I can literally see them teleporting around. They're on 2 FPS, running on McDonald's Wi-Fi, and somehow still manage to cook me like they're Gordon Ramsay. Like, bro, my setup doesn't even matter anymore. He's just built different, and my confidence is completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, why is handing in homework, you know damn well you did with AI the scariest thing on earth? Like, you just got done copy and pasting an entire 500-word essay straight from ChatGPT, and now you're sitting there paranoid, making sure the text looks as humanly written as possible. Like, you go full spy mode, adding spelling mistakes on purpose, asking ChatGPT to rewrite it like a human, and running it through 1,000 AI detectors, just to be 100% sure your dumb ass doesn't get caught lacking. Because if you do, you're getting publicly executed. Then, after overanalyzing every last detail, it's finally time to submit it. You hover your mouse over the submit button, and your heart is pounding, and you're replaying every scenario in your head like, what if she knows? What if the school has some secret AI detector? What if she calls me out in front of the class? You take a deep breath, close your eyes, and click submit. and your heart literally drops straight to your ass crack. Now you're just sitting there praying she doesn't pull you aside tomorrow and say, "We need to talk about your assignment." And the worst part? Even if you get away with it, you still don't feel safe. Like you're literally paranoid for a month straight. Like the teacher would even care if they found out. Like, bro, this isn't just homework anymore. It's a whole CIA operation, and I'm completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, why was going to the bathroom in the middle of the night as a child the most terrifying thing of your entire life? Like, you wake up randomly at 3 a.m., and your bladder is literally about to unleash Niagara Falls. You're lying there, debating whether to hold it in until morning or go to the bathroom and risk the boogeyman snatching your ass and dragging you straight down the toilet. Eventually, you decide to take the leap of faith and prepare yourself for a full-on Olympic sprint to the bathroom. The second your feet hit the floor, you're gone. You're running like you're being chased by every horror movie villain combined. You don't even look back because you don't want to know what creature is behind you. You're just sprinting through pure darkness. You make it to the bathroom, sit down, and pray you don't get flushed into a different dimension. You do your business in record time, but now the run back is a million times worse because you have no clue what demon is waiting behind the door. You fling the door open and sprint so fast your feet barely touch the ground. You dive into bed like you're in a war zone and yank the covers over your head and lay there in complete silence. Like, bro, this wasn't a trip to the bathroom. It was a full-on horror game, and my chances of ever sleeping again are completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, there is nothing worse than having to do your homework with your parents. You're stuck on one math problem, just one. And after staring at it for 30 minutes, you make the biggest mistake ever. You ask your dad for help. You show him the problem, and he looks at it, rolls his eyes, and says, "That's not how they taught it in my day." He then proceeds to show you some goofy-ass ancient Egyptian method from 4,000 years ago that makes literally zero sense. It has like 14 extra steps. Now you're both getting frustrated. You're trying to explain what the teacher said, but he's just getting more annoyed, saying, "Just do it this way, it's easier." Bro, what the hell do you mean it's easier? It's like you're trying to show me how to launch a rocket ship to solve 5 plus 5. After 30 minutes of arguing, you're somehow even more confused than when you started. And now you're getting genuinely concerned for your life, because your dad is getting so pissed off at you that he might literally delete you off the face of the earth. Then, he finally rage quits, and you just grab your stuff, take your traumatized ass back to your room, close the door, and just ask ChatGPT for the answer. Like, bro, this wasn't just doing homework. This was a full-blown psychological battle for survival, and my sanity is completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, why do I always come up with the most lethal comebacks after the argument has already ended? Like you're in a full-blown, heated argument, and you are getting absolutely cooked. They're roasting your entire existence, and you're just standing there, malfunctioning, and the only comeback you can come up with is, "Yeah, well, you too." Bro, what do you mean you too? They just called you a hunched-backed, crusty-ass rhino, and all you have to say is, "You too?" Then the argument is over, and you have to walk away taking the fattest L ever. But then 3 hours later, when you're just lying in bed replaying the argument in your head like a psycho, that's when the most violent, lethal, soul-crushing comebacks decide to start spawning in your brain. Your brain is literally handcrafting comebacks even Albert Einstein couldn't imagine. And now you're pacing around your room, fighting literal demons and beefing with your walls like you're literally schizophrenic. Meanwhile, the other person is probably just enjoying their life with no worries in the entire world. You're absolutely fuming, wishing you could go back in time and deliver that one line that would have flipped the entire situation. But it's too late. The moment is gone, and they already cooked your ass. Like, bro, that wasn't just an argument. That was a declared war on my sanity, and my brain is completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, someone needs to explain the physics of after-school naps because they cannot be real. You get home after an 8-hour day of getting your ass cooked by X, Y, and Z, and you feel like you're about to fall asleep standing up. You tell yourself, just a quick 20-minute nap. You lie down and knock out. Next thing you know, you wake up, and your brain has been wiped clean of all previous data. You have no idea what year it is. Your back is sweating like you just swam across the Pacific Ocean, but your mouth is drier than the Sahara Desert. Your phone is somehow on the other side of the room. One of your socks is just gone, and your pants are rolled up to your ass crack. You stumble through the dark, grab your phone to see what century it is, and you get hit with the final boss of pain, the dead battery icon. You leave your room to try to see what your family is doing, and then you find out your whole family is just missing. Like, bro, after-school naps aren't real. Subscribe if you're cool. Bro, can someone explain to me why spiders are the most terrifying thing on Earth? Like, I could be in bed scrolling on my phone and decide to go to sleep. Then just as I lay back, I look up and see a whole-ass spider on my ceiling. Your soul immediately packs its bags and leaves your body. You jump out of bed like it just turned into lava. You run out, grab something to kill it, and sprint back to your room, only to look at the ceiling and see that the spider is completely gone. Your heart drops down to your ass crack, and now you're debating whether to search for it or pack your bags, jump out the window, and move to Antarctica. But you decide to do the only logical thing there is to do. Scream at your sibling to kill it for you. You barge into their room and wake them up. They wake up half glitched, not knowing what's going on, so you're panicking, trying to explain that there's a fat-ass spider in your room and that they need to go kill it now. They finally get up, mumbling about how you're overreacting. They shuffle into your room, glance at the ceiling for approximately 0.5 seconds, and say the most terrifying words in human history. Bro, there's literally nothing here. You are tripping. Before you can even say anything, they've already gone back to their room, leaving you completely alone. Bro, this isn't a bedroom anymore. It's a horror game, and my ability to ever sleep again is completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, we all got that one friend who literally can't stop talking about their crush. Like, they talk about them all the time like it's their full-time job, to the point where my head is literally about to blow off. Like, you two are just trying to get to class, minding your own business, and then their crush randomly walks by and literally glances at your friend for 0.2 seconds. And your friend instantly turns to you with the biggest, most delusional smile on their face and goes, "Oh my god, did you just see that? I think they're in love with me." Bro, are you serious right now? They glanced at you for 0.2 seconds, and you're already planning your entire wedding, naming your future kids, and deciding where you're gonna retire together? Like, bro, they do not like you. They probably think you look like a possessed ancient tarantula that literally escaped from a lab. And it's literally gotten so bad to the point where you guys can't even have a normal conversation anymore. Like, you could just be sitting with them genuinely trying to talk, only for them to ask you for the millionth time, "Do you think they like me?" Bro, I'm not a genie. I can't read their mind. I don't know. Like, bro, at this point, I'm not even a friend anymore. I'm an unlicensed therapist that's not getting paid, and my brain is completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss. Oh, why do we all have that one friend who constantly fights with their sibling? Like, I'll be over at their house just trying to chill, and out of nowhere, their sibling walks in and suddenly decides to start World War III over a phone charger. They're standing there screaming at each other like, I hope you get hit by a bus, and Mom told me you're adopted. And I'm just sitting there on the edge of the bed, wondering if I'm about to witness a first-degree murder live. And as soon as their sibling leaves, they just go right back to talking with me like nothing happened. Like, brother, I was scared I was about to witness you get publicly executed. And don't even get me started on how much smack they talk behind each other's backs. Like, I'll just be chilling, and I randomly get a call from my friend, and it turns into a whole 2-hour conversation about how they want to delete their sibling off Earth. Like, calm down. You guys are fighting over a shirt. It's not that deep. And the funniest part is they'll be talking all that smack on the phone, but the second their sibling walks into the room, they turn dead silent. Like, bro, stop acting tough on the phone to me when I know you're terrified of your 9-year-old sister. Subscribe for a kiss.